Today, we are discussing chapter 1092 of One Piece, titled The Rampage Incident of Tyrant Kuma in the Holy Land.
Insane right off the bat. It's been a long time coming, Kumaing, and yeah, I was super excited when I read this title.
Yeah, dude, cute cover page too. Love seeing Theo Jinbei in the cover. And we are posting this video to our main channel, but we are recording it live. So if anybody in the chat right now or anybody watching it later in the comments down below, what is Kuma after? What is he after?
Love.
Bro, when I saw Akainu though, I was like, Kuma, dude, please do me a favor. Do me one favor. Fuck this man up. I'll hold your Bible. Fuck this man up.
It's like someone taking out their hoops to fight. Someone's like, hold my Bible.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to go through it beat by beat, and then we're going to talk more about it in detail. So where it opens is in Marijois, and Kuma, dude, Kuma is on a rampage, dude. The soldiers, they have him in chains. Good, bro. That'd be me too. That'd be me too if I saw Charlos. That's what they'd have to do to me to keep me away from him, dude. Of course, he lets out an Ursa shock, and we see Akainu.
Token it up.
I mean, he stays token, dude. A lot of people stay token, to be honest, dude. The lungs in One Piece. Yeah, then we see, of course, we see the Celestial Dragons in the background, just being Celestial Dragons, doing what they do best, which is complain.
And yeah, literally complaining about, like, Akainu's there. He's, like, pretty much saying, I'm just trying to handle this shit, and you guys are just in the back hating on me.
Well, yeah, dude. I mean, they're
doing my job,
Yeah, they're complaining.
Handle it.
They're complaining because the Revolutionary Army has like cut off their food supply.
That's why.
But I'm gonna say this, dude: the Celestial Dragons can afford to lose a couple LBs.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
they could afford to lose all of them and die.
Let's go. And we only say bad shit about bad people.
Yeah.
And they're in the way, dude. Akainu is trying to like do what they want him to do, but they're just like in his ear, bro. Ain't nothing more annoying than when you're trying to do something and someone's in your fucking ear. Let me do my shit. Let me do what I'm good at. It's like a producer. They're like movie producers. You know what I'm saying? And someone's trying to make a movie.
And they're evil too.
Yeah, and they're evil too. They're really evil too. And they think they're better than everybody else. Yeah, the execs, the Hollywood execs. And
that's what they are.
The ear. And they're saying like, oh, do this, do that, do this, do that.
Celestial Dragons are just like Hollywood.
2 high fives? Let's go.
I just keep saying things at you to get high fives.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Akainu's kind of very confused at this moment because he and many other people have been convinced and are under the impression that Kuma is just a husk. So him doing what he's doing right now just doesn't really make sense to him. And he's trying to wrap his brain around, like, why or how are you able to do what you're doing? Because someone like you who's the same as being dead, pretty much like you are just a shell. So how on earth are you able to, rampage like this? I don't understand. There's like a little piece, I think, of him left.
Absolutely.
And even Bonnie knew that too. We see it again with her interaction with Akainu. And I think that's why he's doing what he's doing.
I think that there's still some of Kuma. It's in his like DNA. I forget the exact term that is used, but I think that there is something that is a part of you that is unknowing to Vegapunk or whatever, or at the time was unknown to Vegapunk, being transferred into these it's happening to the Seraphim. It's happening to the clones. So, I was
going to say maybe like Vegapunk was aware, but you're right. He kind of admitted that he did not know that it went that deep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So it would like
and
make sense.
I know Kuma, I know this situation is different because this is still
it is
Kuma's body.
I think that, I think that he is like, consciously drawn to Bonnie at this point because Oda's showing that flashback again in this chapter. Yeah. I think it's telling.
Lineage factor, by the way, was the word I was looking for. And like I said, I know it's different with Kuma because it is his body and his humanity has been stripped away from that body. But I think that there are still things embedded into our, DNA or our subconscious or the linear factor that even Vegapunk didn't anticipate remaining. And maybe, again, this all goes back to the theories that we had about him and Vegapunk and Dragon and Ivankov, like all kind of we've seen them together. We know that they know each other. So they have something else up their sleeve. And maybe Vegapunk wasn't being transparent with the government about what his plans were. And you know, there is a, what do you call it? Like a word, you know, when an assassin hears a word, they come back, like all of their memories come rushing back to them, and they're like, trigger word. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That. So yeah, we see Akainu attack Kuma, and he kind of honestly fucks him up, dude. He kind of gets him good. And he sees, I still see you got some blood flowing inside of you. This is when we cut back, like you were saying, we cut back to Bonnie, and Akainu's talking during this exchange where Akainu's talking to Kuma. And it's putting emphasis on this line that you can howl all you want, but Kuma's mind won't ever come back. He volunteered himself to become a combat weapon. She says there's no way he'd do that because it would mean leaving her. Like, why would he do that? And that's the big question. Why would he do that if it meant essentially to Bonnie, her father abandoning her? The only explanation is he would have to have a great reason. But I can't even think of what it could possibly be.
I mean, maybe something connected to, like, Joy Boy?
Well, we do...
Like, all of these things are coming into place, and maybe he...
Well, there's something that happens at the end of the chapter, and I think it was Rumham in the chat who was saying that he believes that these two things could be connected because maybe a lot of the technology that Vegapunk based these robots and inventions on is based on the tech that he found from the past. And so since that technology seemed to awaken at the arrival of Joy Boy, then it could be causing these other things and these other systems, you know, I don't this underlying code, I guess, this hidden code to like awaken as well. So he could not be going after something for Bonnie or related to Bonnie, but it could be a task or something that he is fulfilling for Joy Boy. And maybe that's why. Do you think
it's subconsciously, or like you think he's like, you think there's a bit of him left?
I don't, it's hard to say right now. I don't think that there is a bit of him left, maybe like in this moment, but I do think it can be unlocked. Like, I think it's in there somewhere. It's just not like he's not conscious of it yet, possibly, because that is an interesting theory that he is. That's why he's at Marijois. That's why he's where he is at, because of some, I don't know, some, like I said, some like underlying code that was awakened, because we don't know the exact, I don't, maybe other people do, the exact time, because I'm bad with this shit, but the time of, timeline of when everything is happening. So it could have been that the moment Kuma ran off was the moment that Luffy did, you know, go Gear 5. I don't know. I'm just speculating and just wondering, possibly. Anyway, this is when we cut back where you headed off to, and then we cut to Egghead. We cut back to Egghead. And then we see the new pacifistas going after the mechanical sea beasts. Now, remember my prediction. This fight is lasting 2 chapters, and by the end of it, looking pretty good for me. You think it looks
possibly
pretty good? You think I have a shot of actually being right about something?
Maybe
for
one shot.
That's all I need. That's all I need. One shot. Just give me one. But we see Kizaru fighting Snake Man Luffy. You're formidable, but a pirate like you protecting Vegapunk. What's the reason behind this? I mean, come on, dude. Why do you care? I mean, I know why you care.
Yeah.
But like, I just don't, after what you did to my crew, to our crew, you don't get to ask questions. Put up your dukes and let's fight. And he said, well, why do you want to kill the old man? And he said, believe me, like, I don't want to kill him. I have to kill him, but I don't want to kill him. And we saw this in the last chapter too with Sentomaru. Like, Kizaru doesn't want to kill these people, but he is acting on order, so he has to do what he has to do. And this is a pretty devastating but cool panel here where he kicks, Vega Force 1? Throwing Vega Force 1 all the way back and making it drop the Sunny, dude.
Yeah. I literally thought it was destroyed.
I was a little worried too, not gonna lie.
I was like, that would hurt. But you know what the highlight of this chapter was?
What's the highlight?
Frankie. At least trying to do something, right?
I mean, Frankie, if he has an opportunity,
at least trying. Like, I feel like we've been wanting Frankie to do something this whole time in Egghead. You know, like something, I don't know, like he was ready to stand up and fight.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And then he was like, oh shit, never mind. But yeah, that was so sick.
Always love a good Frankie moment.
In any of the Straw Hats, really.
But especially, like you said, a Frankie moment on Egghead, sick. We also see, him saying it's humanity's giant robot of dreams. Like, Vegapunk is really fond of this Vega Force 1.
Yeah, he was very sad. I mean, all of them were like, are you serious?
I mean, he does kind of have like a really strong connection to all of his inventions, though, which I do like.
Yeah. But, I mean, we get to see, at the end of the chapter, it's kind of it's going to be replaced.
Oh, yeah. By the true robot of giant robot of dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, again, I think why it's such a specific choice of phrasing. And I know translations will change and be different, but yeah.
And Bonnie's flying.
Yeah, Bonnie is flying, dude. Good thing she's got plenty of ass to land on. And this could be a line, I'm waiting. I don't know how it's going to be translated in other... Okay, Megan, I apologize. That was too far. I apologize. I know that you can put emphasis on this line. I know there's going to be other translations, so we will see what it ends up actually being. But let me pull up my bigger screen so I can see where Kizaru looks at Bonnie and says, you've grown so much. Kids these days sure grow fast. Curiouser and curiouser for all those Bonnie is a child theorists out there. Because he could be hinting at that, but he could also just be an older man commenting on how much she's grown up. Or it could be a little sinister. Just kidding. And he's like, kids sure do grow up fast. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Chill, bro.
There's always that family friend.
Right. Yeah. That uncle.
It's not an uncle. It's like it's like not related to you. Like, oh my god, you're so grown up now.
But they say it a certain way, or they say it over and over.
Yeah.
Like, they don't just say it once. Like, they keep saying it.
Yeah, they keep saying it. And they're like, dance with me, And you're like, no, it's okay.
You're like, no, I'm good. I'm
good on that.
But she's saying that she doesn't have a grudge against Vegapunk anymore. And she even tries to attack Kizaru. And this is like where you said Frankie does a fucking radical beam, bro.
Tries to, at least.
Oh, tries to. But the effort, his heart was in the right place. His beam was in the right place. But then, yeah, he teleported. Kizaru teleported.
Yeah.
Fucking took off. Gone. Then we cut to the Vegapunks cracking the code.
Finally.
I mean, we knew they were going to do it. Dude, York ain't that smart. She's a Vegapunk, but she ain't that smart. No, she is. I mean, she is, actually. But, I mean, smarter than the Stella? Let's be real.
No chance.
Usopp is getting a little worried because of what happened to Frankie and the barrier.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where Kizaru shows up to where they're at, saying that their giant robot of dreams has been blown to bits. Their whole escape plan has been foiled when crashing through. We see Gear 5 Luffy, dude.
And am I mistaken? Like, Nami's seen this before, right? But have the other Straw Hats seen this form?
They've commented on it, I believe. Like, I don't remember out of all of the Straw Hats who was there during the Lucci fight when he went Gear 5 again.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, but I do think they all... But there was that comment on it. They have commented on it. They have said things about it. But, I mean, their reaction here, I mean, still, even if they do know about it, because Nami is one of them, their eyes are still popping out of their freaking sockets.
It's still crazy. Yeah, Mr. Fan said they watched him on the monitors in Egghead. Okay, right. So that's what I was remembering. But, yeah, it's always such a treat to see him. And yeah, we get to see, they just said, like, we can't escape. They can now because
the ancient robot.
He has awakened.
The eyes light up.
He has awakened. Okay. And this is because
mysteriously
of, I assume, Gear 5.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Zunisha have a similar reaction, right? Joy Boy has arrived as soon as he, I don't know if this will be a situation where, similar to Zunisha, the drums of liberation start hitting. Bum, ba-da-bum, bum, ba-da-bum, bum, ba-da-bum, bum. And then it causes him to wake up. So clearly there is some sort of connection to even the technology from long ago. So this is absolutely fucking crazy and insane, dude. They're going to obviously be able to utilize this ancient weapon, this ancient robot, but what is its power going to be? Vegapunk made it seem like these things were more powerful than things that he was able to create.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's where the ancient weapons themselves, the ancient weapons, come from. Like that society. So it's going to be fucking crazy, dude. And I think that this is what is going to cause maybe Jay or the elders, I don't know, will either be able to feel this, will be able to like see this.
I mean, see it. I mean, that's what Kizaru said at the end of the chapter, right? Like, oh, this is what's been rumored.
Well, yeah.
So finally seeing it firsthand, you know.
But I'm not even talking about Gear 5 necessarily. I'm talking about this ancient...
The technology.
Yeah,
the technology.
This robot waking up.
Well, now, I mean, it was instantly taken away and then solved again with the Vegapunk big robot being taken out and being like obliterated. They're like, now we have no... And, oh, now we do. So it was cool to have that like kind of tease at the end of the chapter, because I don't even know how it's going to, I don't know. We're going to see how it works.
Yeah.
And they might have, obviously an upper hand. Ha ha ha. An upper hand. You get it?
I get it. It's good.
It's Luffy.
Yeah, it's because he grabbed him like that. But yeah, I think, I've always thought and I've always said that the fight between Kizaru and Luffy can't last that long if Luffy ends up going Gear 5. I know that they're on Egghead Island, which has a lot of technology that can be taken advantage of, but that goes for everyone. That's why we could have potentially been introduced to the light gloves and all these other things, the holograms. When I was talking to Hype Hunter, I was like, how sick would it be if they all kind of got to use these pieces of technology like in these fights? Like Usopp was able to use the holograms so he could make his like kind of like quote unquote his lies come true, like a Contrame from Zatch Bell kind of situation. Like
it would be cool to see all of them kind of go up against Kizaru to be like, this is our revenge.
Because Luffy might, for them to all get their own personal revenge. Like, how sick would it be?
Because of Sabaody, like,
if like Luffy holds him down, and this might not happen, but still, like Luffy holds him down, and they all get a hit in on him. Like, that would be sick
to say. Because even Luffy said, like, I am not the only one who's been cooking.
Yeah.
My whole crew has been cooking. Like, he didn't say, I'm the only one who's stronger than 2 years ago. He said, everyone on my crew, we've all become so much stronger the last 2 years. So it would be really cool for all of them collectively to get a hit in.
That'd be sick. I mean, we know Zoro's got his hands full. I don't even think he's got his hands full. Zoro's got some crumbs in his hand right now. He's got some freaking cat food in his hand right now with Lucci. He's not, his heart full.
And Lucci's like, meow.
Yeah. But it would still be sick to see them all kind of get their moment.
It'd be cute.
It really would.
It'd be a nice.
But I always knew it'd be a nice full circle moment for sure.
And we're getting all the Kuma stuff kind of at the same time, It's cool.
But Jay, Saturn, the Elder himself, the Glizzy Gobbler is gonna have to. He's gonna have to intervene at some point. That's why he is there. I mean, he's there for a reason. So I always felt like once Luffy goes Gear 5, Kizaru's done. I do feel like it could wrap up in the next chapter.
He's gonna call from Eam.
Yeah, maybe. Because maybe Eam would feel it. Oh yeah, your Eam voice. Hold on, let me. This is Megan Perrine reading for the part of Eam. Wow, dude, that was good. You got the part.
Thank you.
You got the part.
I'm looking forward to it.
I think Eam might be more likely to feel this ancient robot awaken. Because again, if Zunisha is feeling what he's feeling, if the ancient robot is responding to it too, then there are theoretically other people in the world that are feeling it too. Like, why are Joy Boy's companions the only one allowed to feel this presence? I'm sure his enemies would feel it too.
I don't know.
So it's going to be interesting. I think that it's still pretty likely that Kizaru could get taken out in the next chapter again, like we were saying last week, or for the last chapter. It could be another nice moment because he took them out so quickly the first time he came across them. But Jake is going to have to intervene. And that's when things are going to get a little fucking crazy, dude. That's when things are going to get a little fucking hairy, dude. I don't even know their power. It seems to me like Luffy in Gear 5 is unbeatable. But again, they could have something up their sleeve since they might have fought Joy Boy before.
Yeah.
So they have all these contingencies in place, all this knowledge. And of course they wouldn't share that with anybody else. So through Eam or through themselves are aware of how to defeat him. And that might be interesting to see them pull something out. Because sure, there are things like bubbles and stuff, but the bubble guns, whatever. But I think they have something else. They have another contingency, because if there was another fight long ago between Joy Boy and, you know, his enemy, and Eam is that enemy that won, then he won or she won for a reason. Like, they know how to handle this man. It's just going to be interesting to see. It was an overall banger chapter, dude.
Yeah.
Banger. So good to be getting back to Kuma. So good to see Frankie, you know, holding it down, and to see that clash finally begin and to see more of it. We didn't get to see any Zoro and Lucci, but I don't really need to see it. He can, as far as I'm concerned, he can get off screen like fucking like Robin off screen York, dude, for all I care. Because it just, I mean, it's not a threat.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. We're gonna get back to looking at the chat to see what everybody else thinks. But if you're watching this later, leave your thoughts, comments, theories, ideas, anything in the description below. And if you want to see the full version of this, we leave the live up so you can go check it out. We usually have other segments where we make our own predictions, called "Heavy is the Head That Wears the L," because you know, I'm usually the master of L takes. But I mean, what's fun about always getting W's? You know what I mean?
You would say that.
I feel like, yeah.
That's a deflection.
Yeah. Losers say that, not winners.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, because you're a winner. Megan starts with an M, which is a W upside down. And Josh, if you straighten out that little curve at the bottom, could be an L. Curve at the bottom of the J, you could turn it to an L real quick.
You just kind of flatten it.
Yeah.
Sit on it.
Yeah, you just sit on it. I mean, that could be taken so many ways.
Yeah. I was like, wait, you could just sit on the curve, like, okay.
Yeah, sit on the curve. It got worse. It got worse. You were like, okay. And then it got worse. Anyway, again, if you want to see the full thing, we'll leave it up in the live section of our channel.
Yes.
But that's going to do it for our brief recap, review, discussion of chapter 1092.
Woo!
Give us an outro, Megan. Our outro that's always the same and never changes. What is it today?
Woo!
Since we're live, the chat can help us, and we're not really ending.
I knew who knew.
We've done that, and Peep Trudy's just saying how the mighty have fallen. He's still Pastor Lucci, and we still do attend his church. But I mean, come on, dude. If the pastor goes up against the king, it's the king of hell. I mean, come on, dude.
Cocky Joshy.
Cocky Joshy.
No one will understand that. Grab me.
Grab me.
Luffy.
Grab me, Luffy.
I don't know. I'm all out.
All right.
Do you have anything better?
I don't.
Do you have anything better? We are. Well, Bonnie, you really
That's funny, but it's kind of sinister. I don't know. Kuma, I hardly knew ya. Okay. All right.
Perfect.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for any and all ways you show your support. And until next time,
Kuma, I hardly knew ya.
Finally got it.
Finally got it.
All right. Woo, woo, woo. I think we did too hot fart, but you know what?